Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another solo game playthrough. Today we're going to do a solo playthrough of Wispwood. This is one of the new SN releases of from CGE, and this is a tile placement game where we're going to be making a grid in the first round a 4x4 grid, the second round a 5x5 grid, and then finally in the last round a 6x6 grid by taking these tiles from the pond area and then choosing one of the shapes adjacent to the tile that we take, and then taking some forest tiles to make that shape into our grid. And each of these wisps will score in a different kind of way. So we've got the scoring cards here. This is a solo mode with an AI opponent that will be scoring, and they're really easy to operate. I've got them set up here. This is their scoring. We're at the level 2 difficulty, and this will be their marker that will that's how they'll figure out where to take stuff from. Um, we start here with our cat and our forest here. We've got one tile here, and we're going to again make a 4x4 grid. On our turn, we can do one of two things. We can first take a tile, like I mentioned, and then take the forest tiles to make that shape. So if I wanted to take this, for instance, I would take this. Maybe I chose that shape. I would take 1, 2, 3, and I can arrange this touching something I've already made, so long as it's, and I can arrange the shape in any kind of way. I can rotate it, I can flip it, I can put the wisp in any of the spots in that shape, and then I'm going to move off from that. We can also take a forest turn, which would be our tree turn, which would be take just up to three of these tiles and place them into our grid. And if our cat is flipped over on the other side, we would be able to flip it back over. Like a lot of games, like a Cascadia or something, you can use an ability. So in this case, it's flipping over our cat to take a tile and do any shape, or we can wipe the offer because the offer doesn't automatically replenish as the game progresses. There's only a couple ways to replenish the offer. That's one of them. Or if all the wisps are the same, we can wipe them all to add new ones in. So we're going to get started here. We are going to score things manually. However, there is an app. There is a Wispwood app that we're going to go ahead and use that as well, just to kind of show you guys that. So you put in all these scoring cards. We've got pair of jacks, for the win, a following light, silver, sliver of hope, and then one grove to rule. So then we're going to use these scoring cards, or these scoring, and we'll score here at the end of the round. The AI always goes first. There are these tokens here. We're going to give them 4 for the first round, 6 for the second round, and 8 for the last round. And what they're going to do is they're going to count the number of spaces where they're from, and they're going to take one of the wisps within one of those spaces. So they're going to look at the 3 in front of them. They skip over any blank spots. They take the one worth the most points and take that spot. So they're going to take that, and they've scored themselves 8 points. So knowing that they want to kind of get those, I might go for those too, and the jacks will count for pairs. So we're going to go ahead and grab this guy, and then I'm going to make this shape here, and we have to make it touch our existing deal, so we're going to do like this, and do like that. So that's how we're going to do our shape. We're going to go with the AI's next turn. They're going to look at the first 2, and they'll take this one because they're the same, but it's closest. Witches are interesting because they have to be around. They have to be relative to your cat, so we need to put them around our cat. So we're going to need to place any witches we want here. So I'll take this one and make this shape. Do like that. Boom. Okay, we're going to take them. They're going to move one space. They're going to look at this one. Now I've kind of created my grid here, so I can go out this way, I can go this way. So I'm going to take this one and I'm going to place this here, because again it's surrounded by my deal, and then we're going to take this shape. So we'll go like this and this. So this is kind of our confines of our grid. Now they're going to flip over and they're going to look, and if this number is greater than 1, they're going to wipe the display, and it is. So they're going to wipe the display, we're going to refill it, and then they'll use the new set to choose from. Now, if it was our turn when that happened, we could wipe it or take that one if we wanted to. Okay. So they are going to take this, because they're going to look at the 2, take this one. And then we'll have one more turn, because now the round's going to end after this. If we filled our grid up, the round would end. This is like emulating them filling up their grid, but they don't get the extra points. There is a bonus scoring for filling your grid up. So I can't fill my grid, obviously. So I could take this. Wait, did I use my cat? No, I don't think I used my cat. So I could use my cat to take something else and flip this over. I'm not going to be able to score this because I blocked myself off. I wasn't paying attention all that well there. So I blocked myself off from scoring my other jack-o'-lantern, so that won't score this round, but that's okay. largest. So maybe I can get some forest here and just get like a bunch of points from forest maybe. Or maybe we just go for this and place this here, and we'll put this one and this one. So now the round is over. Their scoring is super easy. We'll do that, and I'll do mine by hand too, but we'll use the app as well. Okay, so they're going to score 8 points per tile they got, so it's going to be 16 for the jack-o'-lanterns. They get 0 for the hearts, 0 for the hats, and they score 10 points for the orbs. That's going to give them a total of 26 points for the first round. So we're going to score, so we get 10 points for the hats because we have 2 of them. We get 0 for the jack-o'-lanterns, 0 for the orbs. For this, we're going to score 2 points for each tree in our diagonal, so 2, 4. Trees, we're going to get 1 point for each tree in our largest group. A group has to be all touching, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's 10 points for us there. And then we did not finish our grid, so we get 0. Oh, I did the wrong one. That should be mine. Whoops. So we'll that, and we'll set them up. That was my bad. Okay, and we get 24 points. And again, we can use the app. We're going to go ahead and pull the app up. So the app will take a picture, and it'll fill in everything. So looking at it, it'll fill it in and score us there. I had it cut off, so we'll maybe see it. But it'll tell us how we got points for every single thing, and then we can go to the next round. Okay, so we're going to now move our cat to another location. I'm going to move my cat down here, and then we're going to remove all of the forest tiles. And now we are forced to make a 5x5 grid with this as our kind of foundation opening up here. So we're going to take the tiles, we're going to take these tiles, we're going to shuffle up. Nothing refills. If my cat was flipped over, it'd stay flipped over. And nothing in the pond refills. So we're going to shuffle up, move on to the next round. They're going to get 6 turns this time, and we're going to flip over 2. So we're going to go here, that's 2 spaces away. Okay, so the orbs want to be in each group of an orb with at least 1 orb, 2 points for each wisp in it. So, so I could go here and get 6 points for that, which would be nice. If I could manage to... So I could take one of those orbs, which could be good. I need to get in my diagonal for this to get more points on this. And they do come with these nice rulers, so we can kind of see, like we can kind of create our boundary here. And kind of check to make sure we're okay. So we can do that in a bit because then we kind of have like, I'm defined 4x4 here, but I can go any kind of a way around, and I'm only 3x3 on this side, so I can go here, or 2 over, or 2 over. So that's kind of the puzzle of the game. But to get stuff in this direction, maybe we take. I'm going to go for this, I think, for this shape. I think I want to do like this. Okay. Okay. They're going to do 4, but there are not 4 on here, so we'll refresh. And in a multiplayer game, you have 8 spots, so that's the one difference here, is that there's only 7 because he's going to move forward. So he's going to look at the 4, take the one with the most points. Okay, I need the jack-o'-lantern so I can get some points off of that. So we're going to take this one, and we're going to take this shape. And do that. Okay. 2, the orb gets them the most points between the 2 options. I could do my witch hat down here. This one, we can go here, take this shape. And now we've clearly defined our boundary, right? Because this is going to be 5 this way and 5 this way. So this is our we've kind of created our boundary here, which maybe I can push this all up. That way you guys can see it a little bit better. Okay, let's see what they do next. 2, looking at these two, the heart's going to be the one they want. Getting a blue orb here would be nice, but I can't really fit it in because this is the end of my boundary here. Getting something up here could be good. I'm probably going to kind of stuck. I have this shape I can do, and I have this shape I can do, really. So we're going to flip our cat over. We're going to take this, but do this shape. So we're going to go here. Or we can go like that, actually. And do this, this, and this. They're going to look one space ahead, which will take this one. We would refill because there's nothing left. But I'm going to take a tree turn to flip over and fill in this spot and this spot. And then they're going to take their last turn of the round, which are going to look 3 ahead, to take this one. And then for us, I guess I'll take this one to hopefully set it up for later, and we'll go. And then I filled out my grid as well. So had I done this first, we would have ended the hold on, let me think about this, because I could flip my cat over. Yeah, let's actually flip our cat over. And we're gonna take this tile, but make the same shape. Do like that. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna go into the next round scoring. So we've made our 5x5 grid. We'll get the 2 extra points on that. So they're gonna score for their jack-o'-lanterns 32. They're going to score 0 for this. They're going to score 20 for the orbs. They're going to score 12 for the hearts. So this is going to be 52, 62, 64. So you can see it escalates rather quickly for scoring. Our scoring, the jack-o'-lanterns, we're going to get 11 because that's what we score for a pair. For this, we're going to get 18 plus 4 because there's 4 of them. 3 give us 18, then an extra one gives us another 4, so it's 22. The orbs, we're going to get 2 points per group of orbs, and we get 2 points for each orb in that group, or different orb in that group, or different wisp in that group, sorry. So we get 6 because this is a group. Everything touching is a group. For this, we're going to get 2 points for each diagonal tree, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. 1 point for our largest group of trees. Everything that's touching here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then we did finish our grid, and our grid finish for the second round is 4 points. This should be 33. Oh, hold on, this is going to be hard. 28, 50, 60, 71. That should be right. So we'll pull up the app. It says 67, so what did I mess up on? 10 points for the hearts. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh, it's one diagonal. It's not both diagonals, so it's one diagonal, so it's only 10 points. So it's 67 points, not... Okay. Okay. We're basically tied. I'm winning by a point because they got 2 more here in the first round, but I got 3 more in the second round, so we're only winning by a point here. Okay, this app is really nice because sometimes things get a little tricky. All right, so let's move on to the final round here. We're gonna. I have to move my cat. We're gonna move our cat. I think over here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I want to get at least 2 more witches hats to maximize that scoring, and then I want to get a bunch of jack-o'-lanterns, especially because he's scoring a bunch off of jack-o'-lanterns. So shuffle up the solo tiles here, and then we're just gonna hop right into it. All right, 3 spaces away. They're gonna like this, 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 and this. If I get an orb here, that would be really great too. 3 away, they're going to take this one. We could refresh, but I might force them to try to make the refresh. So we're going to take this here. We're going to take this shape. I'm going to go here. Like that. There we go. Okay. If they do a 1, they're going to take that orb. It is. So they're going to take the orb. We'll refresh. Uh-oh. I did goof myself up. I have to come down here in order for me to get the jack-o'-lantern. So I did kind of put myself in a position without really realizing it. But that's okay, because we're going to take the jack-o'-lantern and we're going to make this shape here. So we'll come down here and go... I got to go this way because I need the spaces around here for more witch hats. So I need to use this space. I guess I could have done these two spaces and gone this way. So yeah, so actually we'll do that. We'll do that instead. I think we'll go this way because that way I can kind of get more of this stuff lined up. Okay. They're gonna look 3 ahead. So 1, 2, 3. This gets them the most points. We'll take this one, which is perfect because I want this with the 2 to go like this. They're going to go 2 ahead. They're gonna take this. Again, I want this one, so we'll take this one to go here and make this shape. Okay. So I need to figure out how to get some more jack-o'-lanterns. 2 ahead. They're going to go for this one. I am going to wipe the display because there's only 1 type left. Oh, some jacks. Cool. Lots of jacks. I need small shapes to fill stuff in. Although I'd probably want to get more points, right? So we'll take, I could take this one to go here and do like this, a square. No, I can't do the square. I got to do a line. No, I could do the square like this. No, but I don't want to box him in. So we're going to do the square like this. Because then I can take this one to fill out the last one there. Okay. They're going to go 2 spaces ahead. They'll take this one. We'll take this one to make this 2 for there. We're not going to be able to complete our grid. They're going to look 4 ahead. There's 4 tiles left, so we'll take this one. So we can take a... Maybe we take this for the 2x2. And that's going to be the end of the game. So let me just kind of shift everything up a tad bit here, so you guys can see the full grid. So there's our 6x6 grid that we did not finish, so we're not going to get the back bonus points there. All right, so the AI, they've scored 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. They got 0 again for the hats. For the hearts, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42. And then for this, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then 0 and 0. So we're looking at a total of 90, 100, 110, 150. Wait, 90 and 115. Okay. So their final total score here is going to be, this makes 70, 90, oops, sorry, 205. Did I do that right? I think that's right. So I think 205 is our final score. Okay. So we're going to get 37 points for our pairs of jack-o'-lanterns. For our things, we've got 6. So that's going to be 36, because 18 for each grouping. For our blues, we've got this one for 6 points and this one for 8 points. So it's going to be 14. For this, we're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's the most. And then 7, 8 times 2 is 16, I think. For our largest grouping of forests, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Plus 0 for not getting the completed grid. That leaves us at 50, 66, 78, 78, 98, 108, 118, 125. Which should give us the win, but we'll make sure that our scoring adds up to be that. Yeah, we got 115 points. Oh, I just can't do math. Yeah, revoke my degree. So we win 206 to 205. So we won by a single point. So that's the game. So you didn't really see it here, and I'll kind of go back. But what you do with the grid, let me just shift this up so I can kind of show it, because I didn't realize it was going to be off camera. But when you have your grid and you input your scoring cards, it does this, and it'll pick up what everything is, and then you hit OK, and then it'll give you the scoring and how you scored each thing, and then it automatically does it for the end of the round. So this is super nice, especially solo, because you can only do one player per app. So like if you had played this multiplayer and wanted to have everybody have a scoring app, you can't do it all within one app. Everybody has to have it on their own phones or tablets. But for solo, the AI is super easy to score, and then you would just like do your camera and do that, and like obviously catches stuff. Like I miscounted, so trying to do that mentally. So it's super nice there. There are 25 of there are 5 of each of these cards, plus I have the promos. So there's one extra of one of these cards. Some of the I don't know if any of these cats are in the base box, because there are 6 cats and then 6 promo cats. They do nothing. They're just aesthetically different. They're all cute, and so there's a huge variety in these cards. There are 4 solo opponents. So this is the second of 3. Or I'm sorry, the second of 4. But there's the easiest, and they just kind of scale in their point gathering. I've found that the second level I go back and forth with, so it's like a pretty even, like we're pretty even split on winning, and even here I won by a point. The last game I played against the solo opponent, which was right here, I lost 213 to 197, and that was my best score at the time. So now this is my best score, and I've won. So yeah, Wispwood is modular, so you can kind of like switch these around, so some of the adjacent pairings aren't the same. So there's a lot here. And the interesting part about this, even though it's a tile laying game that you kind of build your own thing, there is a level of, okay, well, I know the bot wants these jack-o'-lanterns, so I need to kind of like block them or take them before they do, and kind of playing with that, because that's a level of, like, I want to score my own points, but I also like when I make sure they don't get the points, and so there is like a level to kind of managing the difference of that, because if I just kind of was like, okay, well, I'm going to do the strategy of like getting a bunch of the witches hats. Well, he didn't go for any witches hats this game because they were the lowest point thing, and if I'd left the jack-o'-lanterns up, he would have gotten an extremely crazy amount of points. I mean, it just escalated quite a bit from 30. I mean, you can see 16, 32, 48 just went up super crazy on that one. In this game here, they went for witches hats, so they got 72 at the last round for witches hats. So yeah, it just that there is an interesting level of kind of, I don't want to say hate drafting, I guess, but just like really paying attention to what their priority is, and you can actually play against it, which I think is a lot of fun for how simple this game is. So yeah, that's Wispwood. I really like this one a lot. I think this is such a cool play on the on like the tile laying genre, especially because you get to just like, I don't know, it's really cool. So it's a really cheap game actually. It was only like $30 when I bought it, so super duper cheap and affordable for a lot of stuff here. There's tons of tiles, so you'll never run out of tiles. You can probably just reset and pick up another set of tiles and probably do that like 3 times before you have to if you're playing solo or a 2-player, I guess. But it's a quick game, a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys think of Wispwood if you guys were interested in this one. But yeah, it's a good one, another good one from CGE. But yeah, that's going to be it today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.